And welcome to week 11. This week we have two topics. Part 1, continuing to develop your reflective GPS grad portfolio story, focus on phase 3, collect. Part 2. This is the INTS Experiential Learning Survey, and I'll be talking more about that in a minute. And then part 2, becoming an active alumni. So let's take a look at the module for week 11. And here we are, part 1. We have also this week due discussion 9, which is on becoming an active KSU State University alumni, and then assignment 4, which is on part 2 of the collect. And this is the INTS survey that the director, Tanya Jones, has asked me to include in our course and assignment. And it's been updated. She updated it about 2 weeks ago. And now you have a choice. You can either write about an experience that you had volunteering, a service learning, or internship, or a part B, what you would like to plan to do for a volunteer experience, service experience, or internship as it might relate to your courses. All right, let's look at the module. So the module this week has the topics that we just talked about. An introduction, develop your GPS grad portfolio story, focus on phase 3, collect part 2, the INTS Experiential Learning Survey. It's an insightful way for you to collect, reflect, and integrate your learning story. This module focuses on the process of becoming an active KSU alumni. And our objectives are course objectives. The module objectives relate to the course objectives 1 and 6. And after you complete the task for week 11, you'll be able to describe a service experience, evaluate a service experience, apply an experience to your course of study, and discuss strategies of becoming an active alumni. Module activities this week should take you about an hour and 25 minutes. I included 2 INTS ebooks. The first one is Creating Your Reflective Portfolio, and the second one is the Guest Networker, with the focus on the citizenship section for the Guest Networker section on becoming an active alumni. And our Guest Networker, Amaseta Kanami, who is with the KSU Alumni Association, is our Guest Networker for that page. What does the graded coursework do this week? Assignment 4, which we just talked about, and discussion 9. And please review our last discussion, which is due next week, and that is One Day Closer to Graduation, discussion 10. Module summary. After you complete this summary, you'll be familiar with the resources for preparing for life after graduation and continue to develop your reflective GPS grad portfolio story. Focus on Phase 3 Collect Part 2, the INTS Experiential Learning Survey, which now has 2 parts. Part A, if you have done a service experience or internship experience or experiential learning experience, or B, planning one. So if you'd like to write about planning one, you would like to do. Okay, the module checklist, continue to review creating the reflective portfolio live binder, and then review the guest networker live binder. Look at, note that discussion 9 and assignment 4 are due this week, Thursday at 11 p.m., and then review the upcoming discussion 10, which is due next week. What's next? Well, One Day Closer to Graduation and creating your best of show portfolio, phase 4, connect. Let's look at this week's discussion. This week's discussion is called Becoming an Active KSU or Kansas State University alum, and this is our Guest Networker webpage, so I'm just asking you to please review that and write about what you learn. Review and respond to the resources that we have, and on it is the information to connect with Amaseta Kanami, who's with the KSU Alumni Association. And then lastly, we have assignment 4, which I've created a video with, as we do for every assignment. And we do have, as I said, the assignment has been updated. So if you looked at it early in the semester, you only saw the first part of Part A. But now we have A and B. So Tanya Jones, our director, has asked us to either write about something you've already experienced and what did you learn, whether it's an hour volunteer experience or an internship or service learning from a class, or Part B, planning one. So what would you like to do for a volunteer experience or service learning or internship? And connect it in both cases, whether you do Part A or Part B, connected to your course of study as an integrative studies major. Well, one day closer to graduation, and thank you for all the wonderful and inspiring coursework. And as I said, One day closer to graduation. See you next week. Dr. Joni.